Hey, all right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to all the elders and apostles of GMS that's pushing this truth. Peace and shalom to my fellow Akim that's pushing this truth with honesty and sincerity. Shalom to the hopeful elect, man. Shalom. It's the brother Shaul coming back at you with another lesson and news and prophecy, man. Or war and prophecy, as rather. Because as you know, one of the key prophecies is war with Russia, man. All right. The chief prince of Meshach, man. Okay. And that's Russia, man. All right. And this is, I believe his name is Stephen Benucci. I could be saying it wrong, but he's a guy that I follow on the YouTube. But I guess this is a different platform to where he's able just to, to reach out and talk more. And so we're just gonna dive into this quick video. We're not gonna watch all of it. I think it's like 20 minutes long. So we're just gonna hit on different keys and bits that's going on that's not being talked about because everything is Crown Royal 2021 and Maxine Waters, okay, but no one is not really focusing on war that's going on. Major moves are being made overseas. All right, I think there was a U.S. warship that entered into Taiwan or China, I believe, or there was either a China warship that entered into Taiwan. I glanced over the video and didn't save it, which I should have saved it. But hey man, let's get it, and I hope this lesson's edifying.
Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Benoon with Israeli News Live, and as always, the U.S. propaganda machine is fully at work. Pentagon on high alert as Russia steps up saber rattling in Eastern Europe and beyond. That's being reported by The Hill. And, as I had mentioned to you, we'd already shared with you guys that it's nothing to do with Russia. It is everything to do with Joe Biden and the plan that he has signed on, this lucrative deal in order to try to stop Russia from doing the Nord Stream 2 pipeline into Europe for the natural gas. And that we were told clearly that Biden is going to push in the mainstream media that it is Russia causing the problems and Ukraine is only trying to take back part of its land. So the war has begun. We read here Russia has upped its saber rattling in Eastern Europe and the Arctic, a move that has put the Biden administration on alert. In the past 2 weeks, Moscow has moved to test Washington and its allies on land, in the air, at the sea, and a buildup of military equipment in the eastern Ukraine, military flights near Alaskan airspace, and submarine activity in the Arctic. I think we've been very clear about the threats that we see from Russia across domains. We're taking them very, very seriously. Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby said on Wednesday there. Now, see just how much garbage can they spew out of their mouths, and the American public believes it. Now, while the Hill is telling you that, we told you before they ever even begin to move.
Well, that's because the people are lost by their enchantments, man. Okay, the people are lost and caught off guard by their enchantments. And let me see here. Uh, this is in hook back. Actually, let me pull it up in Isaiah. Isaiah, I think it's 60. Let's see. Yeah, this is Isaiah 60, and we'll start at 2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Gross darkness are upon the people. All people can talk about is March Madness, stimulus checks, Little Nas X, DMX at this moment right now. Meanwhile, famines are going on, pestilences are going on. They're starting to they're starting to tighten the grip as far as this whole Crown Royal 2021 passports. Okay, and I really want that to be my next lesson. I know the brother from Mississippi, I did a nice video today on it, and it's getting close to that time. A lot of people are going to be in uproar over this thing, man. All right, but gross darkness and witchcraft is being put out upon the people, okay, to blind them, man, right, to get their focus from what the hell is really going on, man. All right, and like you said, the U.S. propaganda machine, all right, demonizes other nations, man, when they're in fact the main culprit and the actual problem, man. Okay, and that's in the book of Habakkuk as well. All right, so we'll get back to this video.
Move the military equipment, they were going to do it. We were able to tell you right out of Washington, D.C. what's really going on, but yet, hey, don't worry about it. You don't have to believe Israeli News Live. You can believe the mainstream media because they're very good at their propaganda and getting everybody else to believe a lie, and they go right along with it.
And they are.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, yeah, we did. We reported it. Let me just take you over here, just in case you happen to be joining in with the broadcast right now and you're not aware of all this. And of course, because of the content in this broadcast, we have not been able to actually share the details of everything on Israeli News Live YouTube because of the sensitivity of that information. Oh, by the way, we're on Danan Institute, the real Passover lamb. If you guys have not seen that message there, I think you really ought to see it. It'll really be a blessing. It's one of the best messages I believe I've ever done. So
yeah, this guy is a 1948er, by the way, but he makes good videos, man. Especially going into war and what's going on in Israel, and he doesn't hide it. He understands that that these quote unquote 1948ers are in control and running things. He does know that. But as far as when it comes to the scriptures and the doctrine and all this, you know how Esau Edom is. Okay.
I trust that you get a chance to watch that. It'll be a blessing. Good evening. He said there was no such thing as seed. Sorry about that. Let's get on down here and I'll show you though. It was a little over a week ago, I guess, that we reported that. Let me just see here. Yeah, Biden makes deal with Ukraine to provoke Russia. That was actually almost 2 weeks ago that we reported this. And let's see here. What was March the 22nd? Just listen to a few words that I say here about it so you know that I'm telling you the way it is. I'm in here with Israeli News Live. And I'm going to go into this a little bit later this afternoon. But Biden over the weekend was meeting with Ukraine. And he has worked out a deal with the Ukrainian military. Actually, not just with the Ukrainian military, but with Ukraine in general, in order to try to get the pipeline that the U.S. has been backing along with Israel to be accepted coming up for Ukraine, other than Russia's Nord Stream 2 pipeline that they've been doing with Turkey.
And that's the whole thing. That's the fighting over the territory in Syria is about, man. Okay, and ultimately that's going to lead to the nations going at it, man, and eventually they're going to end up turning on America. So let's get this out. I think it's Isaiah. Might be 34. Could be wrong. Let me see. Yeah, it is Isaiah 34. It's Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein. All that there is in the world, all things that come forth of it, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, All right, judgment of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is upon all nations. Okay, and this is how he's going to judge majority of these nations, man, through Armageddon. Okay, the valley, mountain of troops. Okay, the Yahweh Shaphat, all right, Yahweh's judgment. All right, and his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them. He have delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. All right, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. Okay, from that thermonuclear war that's getting ready to happen, man. All right, how do you think these soldiers are gonna get in there and interact, man? All right, missile talk, man, missile talk, and it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna shake the world, man. Okay, it's going to literally shake the world with this war right here, man. All right, but this is Jeremiah 15:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Because Babylon, or mystery Babylon, as America, as you will, is supposed to be the golden city, man. Okay, they have supposed to have the best military. Okay, the land of the free, the home of the brave. It is envied of all other nations, man, because how it's put on a pedestal, man. How this whore is put up on a pedestal, man. Okay, and they are the hammer through the military might. You see them signing deals with Ukraine, trying to force force these other nations to use their pipeline. Okay, and I had pulled up an article, seeing how it affects. How does the pipeline? So I can. How does the pipeline affect America? And so we're just going to skim through it real quick. We're going to read all of it. It says how a Russian gas pipeline is driving a wedge between the U.S. and its allies. And we're going to get that Obadiah next. The Nord Stream 2 gas transport project is a bone of contention with Washington, which fears it will make Germany too reliant on Moscow. Okay, in Germany, all right, germanium major, germanium minor. All right, one of those seven heads. Okay, they are an ally of America, man. And Angela Merkel and her advisors, before a visit to the White House last spring, agreed on a priority: avoid talk of Nord Stream 2. The German-Russian pipeline project had been a bone of contention between Berlin and Washington, which fears it will make Europe's largest economy excessively reliant on Russian energy. When the German chancellor took her seat at the Oval Office table, though President Trump left her nowhere to hide, Angela said he said, according to people in the room, you got to stop buying gas from Putin. A year later, work continues on the gas link under the Baltic Sea, financed by several Western firms and Payo, the Russian state-controlled energy company. Despite coming to a head in a graphic example of how Russia's estrangement from the West, far from bringing the members closer, is driving a wedge between the closest of allies. And let's get that out of Obadiah, man. All right, let's get that out of Obadiah, because we know that everyone's gonna end up eventually turning on America, man. We know these things. We'll just go with this one. This is Obadiah 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus says the Lord Yahweh, thy power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And this is America. It doesn't matter what president you have, from Obama to Trump to Biden. They all boast in America, okay? And they feel that with military, their military might, and everything that they have going on, that no one can bring them down, okay? So this is the pride of Babylon right here, man. All right. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring them down, saith the Lord Yahweh. And just moving down a little bit. How are the things, verse 6, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee to the even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. All your NATO nations, all your EU nations will eventually come against you, man. All right. And that's Revelations, I believe, what is it, the 17th going into the 18th chapter. All right. So your men that eat thy bread with thee are laying a snare and a trap for you, man. And that's in Jeremiah. Let's see. It might actually be the next verse over. Or it won't be too far from behind that. Where we're at 23. Yep, 24. Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou have striven against the Lord Yahweh. You have striven against the Lord Yahweh by Shem Shah through your rape, robbery, and murder. Okay, through your Xing out the Lord's name and his son. Okay, treating and destroying his people, man. Okay, and your sins have reached up into the skies, man, and now judgment is getting ready to come in. And you can clearly hear that the men of the Lord willing, that with those men, the elders and apostles, have been prophesying and saying these last few years, are starting to come to fruition, man. From the Crown Royal 2021 passports to the Maxine Waters, we've said all that, man. Okay, and finally leading up into World War III and the the MOB, okay, the mark of the beast, which in the famine, even the famine of the word, all right, because we have the brothers' channels are getting strict and taken down and all this other madness, man. So we're just in those times, man. All right, we're just in those times, and the people are blinded and asleep at the wheel, man. Okay, so we're just gonna get into a little bit more of this video. It's actually a pretty good video, and we'll close it out, man. As soon as it pulls back up. So I think we were at the.
Good afternoon, friends. Stephen Benoon with Israeli News Live, and
so we'll move it up a little more.
Treaty Organization. Gas, whereas Russia was offering to them much cheaper. Okay, so again, we had reported this on the March 22nd, so it's been almost 2 weeks now. That story, we actually broke that story. So all this false narrative that Russia's the one doing the saber rattling is totally bogus. Now, is Russia, though, sending troops in to prepare for this fight? Absolutely. Let's take a look at this this particular one right here. Strive to Survive sent this to us here. Look at this one here. This is on the Russian side of the border, and this is armaments, armored personnel carrier.
And I think one of the brothers from the Lions Den had posted a 30-second clip. I got to go back and look at it and see. Matter of fact, let me pause it real quick, see if I can pull it up real quick so we can just get a little bit of that footage. Yeah, so this says right here, fighting has begun. Video from Foxhole in Ukraine off desert. So we just go watch a little bit of it. Yeah, they shoot now. Yeah.
Нашел выход. Над нами беспилотник. Сейчас где-то приход будет тут поблизости.
Hey, yeah. And man, hey, pretty soon, the missiles gonna drop, man.
Надо будет спуститься чуть-чуть.
Yeah, pretty soon those missiles are gonna drop, man. And look, it won't even let me see if they let me bring up the rest of this video. Salakia, y'all.
NATO not to intervene. As fighting with Russian-backed separatists escalates in eastern Ukraine, Russia predicts a terrifying escalation, threatening the North Atlantic Treaty Organization not to send troops to the site of the conflict. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the battles produced were already frightening enough, and multiple provocations were still being generated. According to Reuters, last November the 3rd, we did not indulge in wishful thinking. Regrettably, the realities along the engagement line are rather frightening. Provocations by Ukraine armed forces to take place, they are not casual. There have been many of them, Peskov said. Of course, you can read on in the article there. We'll put that in the description here for you below. But
all right,
again,
man. So,
this
hey,
coming out today on
there you go, man. All right, things heating up and wars in there, man. So, hopefully, this lesson's edified, man. Shalom.